Hey everybody, Marcus Crawford here with the Idaho Quadcopter channel. It's Sunday afternoon, just got done with the Drone Seekers live show. That's always fun. You're going to want to catch that every Sunday. It's at 1 o'clock my time on the Mountain Time. If you're on the East Coast, it would be 3 p.m. I'm here to do a little test. I've got the DJI Mini 2 and the RCN1 controller. So I've also got the iPhone 14 that this just came to me on Friday. Today's Sunday. I fired it up yesterday. But one of the most exciting things about the new iPhone is that it's supposed to have a brighter screen with a max 2000 nits brightness. Now, I'm going to tell you, just in using this every day, I'm not seeing the screen that much brighter than my iPhone 13 was. But the other thing that they said about it is that it is more efficient, has more thermal efficiency. So what we want to find out as drone flyers, how will it work? Will it dim like the iPhone 13? My iPhone 13 would dim to the point that I could barely see it. Now, I don't know if today is that great of a day to test it. There's high clouds, clouds have been coming and going. It's about in the mid 70s, so it might not be hot enough to really give it a good test. But I suspect if we put it up for a while, if it acts like the iPhone 13 did, it will dim to a certain degree. So let's put the iPhone 14 to the test. And let's see if it dims flying the DJI Mini 2 with the RCN1 controller. Okay, it's telling me that there's new firmware available for the Mini 2. We'll do that after this test. There's a little bit of a breeze blowing right now, so we'll just have to see if this actually is hot enough day to dim the phone. But in any case, let's go ahead and click Go Fly. And account not logged in. So, well, let me click on that. I wonder if it'll let us fly without being logged in. New phone, so I didn't log on to DJI. So I'm just looking at my safety menu here just to make sure everything is good to go. It looks like we've got satellites. This may or may not even let me take off. We're going to find out here. We're going to shoot in 4K 30, but let's start recording. And let me see if I can do an automated takeoff. Yeah, so it's let me take off even though I'm not logged in here, so that's okay. Well, there's that little Mini 2, and yeah, just like it normally does. Pretty stable. You see it kind of bumping around like that. My Mini 2 has done that from the very start. I assume that's the IMU warming up, but in any case, let's go ahead. Let's see if I can do, it's going to be tough to do a droney from here because I've got trees all around, and maybe I can go the other way here. And I'm telling you, let me get this. I'm going to lower the camera down here so that you guys can get a look at what I'm looking at on the FPV screen. So hopefully you guys can see that, and you'll be able to see if this guy dims or not. I'm going to drop this thing down a little bit more, and you're kind of seeing my reflection. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn the other way and see if that helps. That does help, so you'll be able to see the screen a little bit better. My problem is I can't see the drone then, so I'm going to go straight up and over the top of us and bring the drone back down, and we'll do a droney from this side. Yeah, so we'll be able to do a droney right here. So let me drop that camera down just a little bit. And the screen is nice and bright right now, so so far so good. And I am in, well, what passes for direct sunlight here, so reversing up now. And you guys have seen this schoolyard before. Yeah, boy, good little picture with this little drone. That's for sure. Full reverse. Distance 49 meters and it's in the red. You know what it's doing? It's putting us in beginner mode, isn't it? Yeah, let me go see if that's something that I can change. I'm trying to remember. That's probably under control. FPV mode. Yeah, you know what? It's not going to let me, without logging in, it's not going to let me go any further than that. Isn't that interesting? Well, that's probably going to be good enough for this test. Let's go the other direction. And maybe we'll have to log in here. But I can tell you the screen is staying nice and bright. And I think you guys can see that too. Yeah, it won't let me go any further that way either. Yeah, okay. I'm going to have to figure out how to log in here, folks. So I'm going to get out of here and profile. Log in. Okay, I'm gonna log in here. Okay, I got logged in, and then it says it updated the home point. So the home point is wherever it's at right now. But anyway, let's fly out here a little ways. And you know, I did all that, and the screen is just fine. I see some people messing around there in that. I don't know what that thing is. It looks like they made some kind of I don't know, it's a little fenced off area. But anyway, let's do our usual. And boy, the sun is coming out bright. I'm in direct sunlight now, so if this thing is going to start dimming, I would think it'd be right now. Let's get up to our next to our favorite cell phone tower here, and I put it in Cine mode, and let's see if we can do a little loop around this guy. Cine mode really helps in that regard. And you know, so far no dimming on the screen. And again, I'm in direct sunlight right now. And I can see the screen just fine. Well, there's a good loop. Let's pick up some height here, and let's go across the street over to Discovery School. You know, the Mini 2 is still a legit little drone, man. I'm telling you, this drone it does a good job. Well, we had some wind come up, and I'm seeing a crooked horizon there. That is very un-DJI-like, but there's no doubt we have a crooked horizon. And really a big gust of wind just came up, so I don't know if that has anything to do with it. The drone is sideways to the wind. And again, I'm in cinema mode. I wondered why I was going so slow there. Let's kick it up a little bit, back into normal mode. And that horizon flattened out. Took it a second. I think it was because of that wind, but you guys can see here on the screen, and you're kind of seeing a reflection of me. And by the way, I'm faced directly away from the drone with the RC, and we still have a great signal at 375 meters away. Let's go ahead and throw it into sport mode. Let's see how fast we can get this little guy up to. Yeah, and it dipped the camera down there. But it's moving right along at 12, yeah, about 12 meters per second. And that's kind of a little bit against the wind, so yeah, it's slowing down a little bit. The wind's coming up, I can tell. And I can hear the drone right next to me zipping on by. We'll do the same thing the other direction. And again, you know, the sun's out and I am in direct sunlight, and so far no dimming here at all. Let's go full speed this way. And I think it'll get up a little bit faster. Yeah, look at that, very quickly up to 15, almost 16 meters, yeah, 16 meters per second. And then let's go the other direction here. And oh boy, look at that camera tilt. We're in sport mode, so no, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. Okay, full stick forward in sport mode. Let's see how it goes this way. And this way is kind of vaguely with the wind, and you can tell the difference. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, we're going to get to 16 meters per second. That's pretty darn quick. That's about 35 miles an hour or so. So pretty good. So far, the screen here, I'm going to go back into normal mode and pick that camera back up a little. So far, the screen here is doing pretty darn good. I mean, I have no dimming, and in fact, right now the sun is full on me, and I'm hot actually. So, yeah. Kind of interesting. Okay, let's take a look here. This is kind of, I don't know, are they still in this little, there were some kids kicking a soccer ball around in this little black thing here. And I don't know what this, it's kind of a little corral. I don't know what this is. Boy, we've got a jet flying over. Yeah, it's an airliner. He's way up there, but we've had a lot of military activity lately, so I kind of looked to see if it was a military jet. Yeah, so there were some kids kicking a soccer ball around in this thing earlier. I don't know what that's for, or what that's all about. But again, I'm going to tell you, my screen is perfectly bright, and I'm going to fly this thing until we run out of battery here. Let's raise some altitude. Got some other stuff to show you here, kind of by where I'm standing. Yeah, I mean, so far so good with the iPhone here. Okay, we're going to look straight down, and you're going to see. Let's go into cine mode. These kids at this charter school here, the medical. Well, I think just the medical charter school, this is their parking lot, and they allow them to paint their parking spots. So these parking spaces are assigned to individual kids, and they paint them. So let's kind of go down here. I'm going to go to the, I'm just changed to the attitude indicator. But yeah, let's get down here and let's look at some of these. So, yeah, some pretty creative kids here, huh? Yeah, look at that. And so far, I mean, my screen is just bright as ever. No changes in screen at all. So, when I was in high school, if you even had a car to drive to school, they sure as heck didn't give you a reserved parking spot. So, I don't know, that's kind of cool. Okay, let's spin this guy around so you can see these other ones. And again, my screen is still really bright. So, yeah, let's back it up just a little. Make sure I don't want to fly the drone into one of these trees either, so no obstacle avoidance on this guy. Got some balloons there. That's like, what's that Disney movie, Up and Away, I think they call it. The guy with the old man that is tied balloons to his house. Don't forget to smile, says Yulia. And I'm not sure what that next one is, or what these other ones are. Get in, y'all. We're graduating. Yeah, cool. Ava's got kind of a cool design there, doesn't she? Okay, let's spin around and look at some of the other ones. So far, the screen is perfectly bright, no dimming. And I am quite certain that my iPhone 13 would have dimmed by now, because we've had enough sunlight here that I'm pretty sure it would have dimmed. So what do we got here? Kind of an interesting design there. Yeah, I don't even know what to say on some of these. Kind of some interesting designs. Well, I keep getting, you're seeing on the screen recording there, I keep getting motion at my front door, my Ring doorbell. I should have disabled wireless. Well, let's keep going sideways here. See what's on the other side here. And this is kind of right where I'm at. A couple of dragons there. Okay, let's move forward and we'll spin it around. Looks like this is all about blue hearts. Well, the whole purpose of this video was to see if we could get the screen to dim, and it hasn't. We're at full brightness so far. Now, is this a 100-degree day? It's not, and yeah, there is some wind blowing out here, so that could have something to do with it. Some of these are last year's. It looks like they're kind of starting to fall apart. Ah, there's somebody got looks like a prescription bottle or something there. And we can't see that other one, it's under the tree. Okay, there's some more, I think, along the very edge of the parking lot here. So we'll turn around and go take a look at those. Let's go forward and take a look at these other ones. And hopefully you guys can see this on the Action 2 camera here, holding it in front of the Action 2, but screen is fully bright. No dimming whatsoever. So I wonder if that's something that that has been improved. You know, without doing side by side with my old iPhone 13, yeah, we're high enough above that tree. And some of these look like designs from last year. Yeah, and that's it. So you guys have now seen all the parking lot designs here at the school. Pick that camera back up. Let's throw it back in normal mode and go forward. Pick up some altitude. Yeah, it's really hard to fly the drone and hold it in front of the camera at the same time. I can tell you, it's a little bit of a challenge. But I want to get down to where we have just a little bit of battery left so that we give it every chance here. And you know, like I'm saying, there's enough of a breeze here today that I can't tell you for certain, you know, but we have seen no dimming whatsoever. I mean, I can tell you my iPhone 13, it may not have gone completely dark, but I'm certain it would have dimmed some. And look, we have a crooked horizon again. It's definitely, the wind is definitely affecting the horizon on this guy. Okay, let's go into sport mode. And I'm gonna grab some more altitude and we'll go across the street. Yeah, now it's telling us it wants to come home. Yeah, as soon as I hit sport mode, 20% battery, it's saying, bring me home. Well, we'll do it. And I'm faced away. I see my, no, we're not going to let it do that. We do not want return to home because it said it's return to home. You saw when I signed in, it said it's return to home to a completely different spot from where we were at. It would probably land on top of the school or something like that. So we are full stick forward and we'll bring it down here when we get over the top of the parking lot. Back to normal mode. Drop that camera straight down. Let's start dropping some altitude. And let's get closer to that landing pad. So I'm going to do this landing. I'm facing exactly away from the drone. Boy, it really wants to land. It's down 10%. And the wind is blowing it around. I mean, I'm off the sticks altogether, and you can see the wind blowing it back. Let's push it forward. And the wind is really coming up. Okay, I'm going to hold that left stick straight down. Yeah, we're going to hit the pad. Maybe. Okay. Critically low battery, it says. And you know what? The iPhone didn't dim at all. I'm picking the camera back up, and I'm going to show you where we got on the pad. So we were all on the pad. I think that's pretty good for not being able to look. I was faced the other way. And you know, the iPhone screen here, I'm going to see if I can hold it for you. We're still perfectly bright, so we didn't lose any brightness at all. So that's good to know. And let's see, looks like we were recording for 19 minutes, so I'm going to shut off that recorder right now. So we were up there for a while. Like I said, this may not have been the best day to do it. Well, let me get everything shut down here real quick. Okay, real quick, I just landed the drone and I pulled this off. I can tell you my iPhone 13 would have been hot to the touch. This is barely warm, so I'm going to say they must have done something with thermal efficiency because it seems to have helped. So that's a good thing. Hey, okie dokie, the DJI Mini 2 and the iPhone 14 Pro, I gotta be honest with you, I saw no dimming whatsoever with this phone. And it's not like it was a super hot day today. Like I said, in the mid 70s, and there was definitely some wind blowing. And you saw that kind of even pushing the drone around a little bit. So yeah, there's that. But there was no dimming whatsoever. And I'm pretty certain that had I had my old iPhone 13 Pro Max, it certainly would have dimmed. It would have dimmed at least one level down. So they did do something with this new phone to make it more efficient. So again, I'll want to try it on a hotter day. We're getting into fall now, so will I get a chance to do that before next summer? I don't know. We'll see. If we get a really hot day, I'll try it again. But then I also want to talk about the DJI Mini 2. Now, there's a lot of things to like about this drone. Now, the Mini 3 is really stealing the show with all of its features and everything that it brings to the table. But for, a lot of people, this is all the drone you'll ever need. And the fact that you can get this guy for about 500 bucks, I think it's $599 for the Fly More package, 3 batteries and all that. But I've seen it. I know Costco has a package deal, I think with 2 batteries, like for $399 or something like that. So there's some deals to be had out there. And some of the things, I've been flying the Mini 3 a lot lately, some of the things that are apparent to me. Hey, the Mini 2 comes with this cool propeller holder. We don't get that. We don't get anything like that with the Mini 3. And the Mini 3 needs it, but yet DJI didn't give us one. This is a great deal on the Mini 2. Also, the Mini 2 comes with a charge brick. You don't get that on the Mini 3. You got to come bring your own charger to make it work. So those are just things that are worth talking about. So anyway, we were in the air for a good 20 minutes and saw no dimming with the iPhone 14 Pro. I guess that's about it. This is Marcus Crawford with the Idaho Quadcopter channel out. And if you like this kind of content, please consider subscribing to my channel. Most of all, I absolutely appreciate you taking the time to look at this video. And of course, we will see you on the next one. Bye now.